There appears to be no end of interest in America's former presidents. The public has lived through so many experiences with them that even when they leave office, the presidents remain celebrities of sorts. One reason this comes to mind is Jimmy Carter's recent peace trip to the Mideast. The extent to which he's coordinating with the Obama administration remains unclear, but it does raise the larger question of how former presidents can keep contributing to the country. Senior White House officials tell me that President Obama is trying to figure out how to make use of the men who came before him. Advisors say he does recognize that it would be a shame if all their experience and expertise went to waste. The current president and the four living past presidents, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George Herbert Walker Bush, and Carter, started off on a good basis. Bush 43 hosted all of them at the White House just before he left the scene at Obama's request. It produced memorable photographs in the Oval Office, but apparently little else so far. One would think Obama would find something useful for his predecessors to do, either in a public role or as private advisors. Each of them has his own strengths, whether it's Clinton's enduring popularity as a peacemaker around the world and his understanding of domestic politics, or George W. Bush's grasp of national security issues from a conservative perspective. It certainly happened before. In the 1960s, John F. Kennedy sought out the advice on the Soviet Union and Cuba from Dwight Eisenhower, his predecessor and a former general. George W. Bush encouraged his father, Bush 41, and Clinton to raise money for tsunami relief, and they were very good at it. But sometimes the reverse is true. Take Eisenhower's dealings with Harry Truman, whose policies and leadership the former general dismissed, and Franklin Roosevelt, and how he distanced himself from Herbert Hoover, whose reputation was tarnished by the Great Depression. It cuts both ways, but Obama's aides say he respects anyone who sat in the president's chair in the Oval Office, and he realizes that only a president can fully understand what the job entails. For U.S. News and World Report, I'm Ken Walsh.